Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Invitation to Puzzles, where we now have the puzzle Everything All at Once by DistanceSwimmer1. I will say when Distance Swimmer made this puzzle, I thought it was a reference to the movie Everything Everywhere All at Once, but it turns out it was not. But anyway, it is Everything All at Once because it's a potpourri puzzle that has a bunch of mechanics. So I'll go over them, but if you are interested, there is a link in the description for you to do this. But we have, first of all, the 159 part within the rules. And what the 159 does is it tells us that the positions of the 1, the 5, and the 9. So, for example, if this is a 3, it tells me where the 1 goes in this row, because it's in the first column. And it'll say that's a 1. This being a 3 doesn't do anything at all because it's not in a pink cell. But if I come over here to this cell, if that's a 3, that now says the 5 in this row is in the third spot. So that would be a 5. And likewise, this being a 3 doesn't say anything. This being a 3 says that's a 9. Right, and so we have to write in at the end of the day in all 3 of these pink columns the locations of the 1, the 5, and the 9 in every row, which frequently has very interesting implications with how it tends to interact with the other various pieces. We have an odd circle, so this digit's odd. It's 1, 3, 5, 7, or 9. This digit is even. It's 2, 4, 6, or 8. We have a black dot, so one of these numbers is double the other. That might be helpful in a moment. We have this killer cage that says these digits contain no repeats and sum to 10. We have the white dots, which say that each pair of these are consecutive. Likewise, there's a pair of these that is consecutive. We have some X's that say these sum to 10. We have some quadruples that say that it is 1, 2, and 9 show up in these cells. And the digits 2 and 7 show up in these cells. And this 20 cage that says that they sum to 20, however, also they contain no repeats. Okay, and then lastly, we have the peach lines that need each 3 cells along the line to have one of each 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, 8, 9. Okay, so that is our puzzle. So maybe a good place to start is with this. So first of all, by the way, there's a link in the description. Should you want to try the puzzle yourself and give it a go, let us know in the comments how it goes. Okay, but I'm going to start here with the fact that I can't put a 5, a 7, or a 9 on a black dot. And I'm also going to note that a 10 cage, it needs to be 1, 2, 3, 4 by virtue of the fact that I need them to add to 10, and that's the only way to do it. Okay. That tells me a few things. One of them is actually that if I look down at this entropic line, now these can't be 1, 2, 3, or 4. I mean, in fact, actually, if I want, I can just mark. The rest of the column is not from 1, 2, 3. But remember, one of these 3 needed to be from 1, 2, 3. So this one is from 1, 2, 3. So this one is from 7, 8, 9, just to make the X work. But also, this is a quadruple of 1, 2, 3, and 4. And so everything else in this box actually is from 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And so in particular, this will give you a different proof than the proof you're thinking of in your head that this cell isn't a 3. Because if this cell was a 3, I would be claiming that was a 1. Okay. Now, the proof that I'm going to psychically guess you had in your head was that this can't be a 3 because this cell can't be a 6. And yes, you're correct. That is also a proof of this. But as soon as this is a 1, that has to be a 2. And now that's a 1. Okay, and so now to practice, that's a 1, so that is a 2. I'm very, very bad at remembering to actually fill in all of my indexing, but I'll try to remember. I do see that this 1, 2 looks squarely at this 1, 2, 9 quadruple and tells me that these are a 1, 2 pair. because I need 1 and 2 to go on here. And I also see that this can't be a 1 for the rather cute reason that one of these two is a 9, and whichever of these two is a 9, the 9's not here. So that's the 2 and that's the 1, which now makes that the 8. And that's actually extra cute because now when I look at this, one of these two is a 9, but it can't be this one because if this was a 9, that would be an 8. And so that does not work. So that's in fact the 9. Also, this 1 here, I should probably remember, tells me directly that that cell is a 9, which seems to make this 8, 7 in that order. Okay. If I look at this pair, one of these two has to be a 9, or I haven't put a 7, 8, 9 along this line. So that's not a 9. And if I want, I can even mark that since one of these is a 9, that tells me one of these two is a 2. Okay, I see we have not 2 or 8'd that. Okay. This cell is not 7, 8, or 9. So this one is, because I need one of these three to be 7, 8, or 9. And so therefore this one's 4, 5, 6. And now if I look at these three, one of them needs to be low, and it's going to be that one. So it's a 3 because it's not a 1 or a 2. And now that one needs to be a 4, 5, or a 6. It's probably not a 5 because you can't put a 5 on a black dot. So this is a 4 or a 6. But 4 doesn't work because this 2, 8x just snipes exactly both options for this 4. 4 could go to 2 or to 8, but neither works. So therefore this is a 6 with a 3. That does mean there's a 3 back over here somewhere. Oh, this 3, by the way, I should probably have remembered. This 3 means that that digit's a 5. Now, that does tell me that one of these cells is a 5, which, if I sort of reverse that, that tells me that one of these is a 1. Now, here's an interesting fact, and this is a good way to sort of internalize this fact. One of these is a 5. Can either of them be a 6? And the answer, if you haven't sort of thought about this before, is no, it can't be a 6, because that would put a 1 here. But then I'd have a 1 here and a 1 here, and that just doesn't work. So, in fact, this is a 5 and a 7, 8. Okay. And a much more general statement is actually true. If you look at any of these three numbers that live in a red line within a box, you can't have two of them be from 4, 5, 6, because no matter which one it is, that's putting the same digit in two different squares in the same box. 4, 5, and 6 is always going to land there. You can't have 2, 1, 2, 3s either, because they'd both land here, and you can't have 2, 7, 8, 9s, because they'd land here. And so what that actually says is if you think about these sort of pink lines, or maybe I'll make them orange, basically you can mentally or literally draw an entropic line through these three cells in every box in a 159 puzzle. They don't connect across the boxes, but you need a low, a middle, and a high, because if you repeat any, you repeat a digit within a box. Okay, so you can use all the same logic that we've used on this. So, for example, you can say, okay, one of these is middling. What digit is it? And it's not 5 or 6. So the middle one is a 4. So somewhere in this box, there's a 4. Okay. And therefore, in this box, one of these is middle. Which is it? Well, it's a 6. And it has to go exactly there, which makes that a 1. If I continue this whole charade correctly. If I look down here in this column, one of these is low now. It's got to be a 3. So there's a 3 in here. And now I can convince myself that this actually has to be the 3, 4 pair, because what's the other digit? It's high. It's a 7 or an 8. It's not going on a white dot with a 3 or a 4. So these are a 3, 4. Which makes that a 7, 8. And I can even mark the 3, 4 here. It says one of these is 1. One of these is 1. And that 7, 8 says one of these is 1. Now, that cell, probably not the one that's 1, since it's already center marked as 7, 8, 9. So, in fact, that's the 1 and that's the 1. And that gives me my 3 and my 4. 1 goes with 9, which is quite impactful because 9 is now in the 4th spot, placing the 9 there, which makes the 9 go in the 2nd spot over there. Okay, so now I've got a 9 over down in one of these cells, I suppose. Probably I'm going to want a 9 in the 20 cage, but I don't, strictly speaking, need one. Let's see, what are these two? One of them is a 2, and the other is from 7 or 8. Well, this one's not the 2 by the row, so this is the 2, actually, and this is a 7 or an 8 that's not a 7. So that's an 8, that's a 7. Okay, so that 8 goes with a 4. That 7 tells me that's the 1. Okay, these are now 5 and 8 over here, so there's the 1 there, and then there's a 1 over here, is what that's saying. Let's see, what's left in this box? One of these is a 3, and it's that one because of that 3. That's a 4. I can respect that. Let's see. Okay, so by virtue of the fact that one of these is a 1, we can actually use the same trick to ask where the 2 goes on this quadruple, because I can't put a 2 in these cells, right? The 2, in fact, actually, if you want to ask, the 2 is the low digit in this collection. So the 2 is down here somewhere. In fact, actually exactly there, which makes that a 5 and that a 6. So therefore, the 2 on this quadruple is exactly here because of that. Going on over there. Let's see. We've got a 2 here by Sudoku. Just 7's looking into the box. 2's looking into the box, I mean, not 7's. Let's see. There's a 7 over here somewhere. Looks to me like that could be 7, 9. Can I do anything with this 7? Okay, I have a bad feeling I'm missing something easier, like I just didn't write in an indexing of something. Do I have all my 5s indexed? I do have all my 5s indexed. What about my 1s? Those all look indexed. What about the 9s? Those all look indexed. Okay, so I've done okay on that front. Okay, well, I do know that there's a 3 up here because I know one of these is a 9. That's not so interesting. What am I missing? Guess there's only 3 numbers over here. Let's write in what they are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are 6, 7, and 8. Like that. That doesn't seem that useful. I can at least corner mark a 4 in this box, I see. I'm not sure how immediately useful that is. Let's see. Do I have other Sudoku stuff? It's probably other Sudoku stuff. Let's see. I do see that there's a 3 in one of these 2 cells. And a 3 here would be really something because it would make these be an 8-9 pair. With that being a 7 in that universe. I don't quite see that. Okay, what about this row? These are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So this is a naked 5. I see, which then makes that a 9 and that a 4. Okay. Filling in that row was a good use of time, it turns out. So what's left here? These are 6 and 7. And we actually know the order owing to that. So is that an 8? So that a 6. So now this is a 4. My even square has been found. Let's see. 893 still looks feasible to me. I do know that one of these is a 6, because remember, there needs to be a middle number in them, and it's not 4 or 5. So one of these is a 6, and it's not the one that would put a 9 on top of the 2. And one of them is a 3. I don't know which one that is. And one of them is a 7 or an 8. What about the one that's a write-in? This is a 5, it's the only thing left in the row, which is convenient because it, as we like to say, self-indexes. These two are a 4 and a 6. No, they're not. They're a 4 and a 7. There we go. That's better. Good. Okay. Where do 3 and 5 go in this box? And the thing I see is that these two cells are a 3-5 pair. Therefore, one of these is a 6, I guess, is the punchline of all of that, because whichever of these goes there. So in particular, this one is not the 5 because it would require that be a 6 by indexing. So that's the 5 and that's the 6. So that's the 3. Remember, that means that this 20 cage needs an 8 and a 9. So that's a 7. That's a 7. Let's see. That's an 8. Plopping a 5 there in all kinds of ways. This is a 3. These are 1 and 9, I see. Just by the column. These are 1, 7, and 4? Yeah, these are 1, 4, and 7, and that one is uniquely a 7. Wow. So that makes that the 5 over there. 1 and 4. So one of these is a 5 and one of these is a 5 is what that's saying. These are 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 3, 6, and 8. That one's not 6. And these are 2. Oh, well, the 2 goes there. That's helpful. And that means I get to put a digit here, and almost no matter what digit it is, it's going to be useful. It's a 7. Okay, so that does indeed place a 7 over here. Maybe it wasn't as helpful as I had fantasized about. Let's see, this column, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. These are an 8 and a 9, actually. And here in this column, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 3, 5, and 6. Okay, what is happening now that we have pencil marked every cell in the grid? Well, this one's not an 8. How about that? Because that would put a 9 on top of the 4. So that means there's actually a 3-6 pair here, which actually just makes that a 9, which makes that an 8. But that 9 makes that a 3, and then everything sort of falls apart, I assume. And 5. Very lovely work there to Distance Swimmer. Thank you. Thank you for the puzzle. I hope you all enjoyed yourselves. And I'll be back soon with more invitation to puzzles. Let us know in the comments how you enjoyed that. Bye for now.